Hey guys, so this is something that I've touched upon a few times in the last few weeks, but it does look like ZTE or ZTE, however you want to pronounce it, looks like they are going to cease operations due to the restrictions and the policies the USA government is enforcing. They have some policies about selling certain technology as far as Android software, and you can see it Qualcomm chips here. And they're not allowed to sell to North Korea, Iran, and things like that, and apparently they did. You can see here that this article talks about it. The major operating activities of the company have ceased. It became unattainable after a US government order banned American companies from exporting technology to the Chinese smartphone maker. So anyone from the USA, they're not allowed to export Android or the Qualcomm chips. Let's see, last year ZTE admitted to an elaborate multi-year scheme to sell US-made technology to Iran and North Korea in violation of US sanctions laws. ZTE paid $890 million in penalties. Wow. I'll link to this article so you guys can check it out. As far as I've touched upon this in previous videos, and I do realise why sanctions and economic sanctions and all that kind of thing are in. It does seem like this is a political thing, as far as going against North Korea and Iran. ZTE did what they shouldn't have done, but the penalty is obviously quite harsh. Their whole business model is based on Android and Qualcomm chips, and now they're kind of screwed. Now, ZTE is a company who sold me probably the worst Android, or probably the worst phone period I've ever bought. I bought one in South America in 2011. It was one of the kind of earlier models of Android phones. It was like £150 at the time, and it was awful, absolutely awful. But they stepped up their game over the last few years, and actually, I've actually quite liked what they've been doing. I've said this many times that this company took a lot of chances. They were taking chances a lot of other companies weren't. Bigger companies don't take as many risks. Now, I talked about this a few weeks ago. They've got a phone coming out. Well, they were going to release this phone that had a double notch. Now, considering every phone's got a notch now, you wouldn't say that's that brave. But if you look at their website, they come out with the clamshell phone with dual screens as well. They've got a lot of different phones like that, and they've taken chances with certain products. And all their phones are at relatively low price points. This was a phone that I covered before. And I know Samsung is they've kind of talked about doing this phone as well, this kind of style of phone. I believe one other company has did it as well, but they took a risk with this. Probably didn't pay off. Probably didn't. But this is the thing. These smaller companies, I like the fact that these companies exist because they take a lot of risks that the larger companies just won't do. They take a lot of risks. They try different things to get their own little niche in the market. Doesn't always work out, but as long as they keep operating, and then what they can do is kind of explore all these different areas and phones and technology that other companies can't do because of returns, and they have to balance the sheets, and they have to please the shareholders, and these companies can take some risks. And then what the established companies can do, like Samsung, like Sony and all that, is look at what they've done, see what worked, see what didn't. Let that company take all the risks, and then they can see, if anything good comes out of it. So yeah, you could say it's their own fault. They did sell phones to Iran and North Korea, but as someone who doesn't care about the political side of things, it's a little bit annoying that a big company like this has left the market. So I'll link to the article and you can check out for yourself. As always, guys, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't think this is good news. I'm not saying that companies should be able to do what they want and all that, but I don't know. I mean, selling some phones to some North Koreans or people in Iran, is it really that bad? Just seems political to me. But anyway, over to you guys. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Cheers.